Welcome to this special edition of the Bouncing Act, Everyone Under the Sun.
That's right, because we are here in historic Old Fort Lauderdale District along the New River. And Montel, we're going to kick off an exciting half hour because we're going to be showcasing everything Greater Fort Lauderdale, Florida has to offer.
Now, did you know Greater Fort Lauderdale boasts an average year-round temperature of 77 degrees and has 3,000 plus hours of annual sunshine? It's known as the Venice of America, the yachting capital of the world.
That's right, Montel. Here you're going to find boats, yachts, and super yachts that can navigate 300 plus miles of waterways. There are also 8 distinct beaches, love that, outdoor adventures, a thriving arts and culture scene, craft breweries, rooftop bars, more than 4,000 eateries, and let's not forget, Montel, world-class shopping.
Pretty impressive.
Yes, indeed, and let's discover more about this top-notch destination. Greater Fort Lauderdale has so much to do. It's such a happening place, and we're kicking it off right here at the Pompano Beach Pier. Such a special place with so much history. And joining me is Stacy Ritter. She is CEO and President of Visit Lauderdale. I am just loving this.
Who couldn't love this?
Gosh,
What's not to love?
There is so much to talk about because
Yes.
this is such a beautiful area. I want us to just start with the pier. It's gorgeous, history. Tell me more about it.
This is the Fisher Family Pier. It is brand new. It's named after the Fisher family, 4th generation locals here in Pompano Beach. And Lamar Fisher, who's the current mayor of Broward County, his great-grandfather actually chartered the city of Pompano Beach 100 years ago. So it's a very special place to be, but it is only one of 8 beach cities here in Greater Fort Lauderdale, spanning 24 miles. We have 24 miles of golden sand beaches, year-round, perfect weather.
I mean, let's face it, from the shores to the suburbs, you've got something for everyone.
Yes, there are 31 cities in Broward County, so not every city is a beach city. In fact, most of them aren't, but they all have something to provide as it relates to an experience for visitors as well as residents. I mean, let's face it, there are people like me who live here year-round who love it. There are 2 million of us in Broward County. So whether it's dining out in Weston or whether it's experiencing the Everglades in some of our western suburban communities, of course, water sports are huge here in Greater Fort Lauderdale, and you can do them again year-round. There's so much to do for families, multi-generational. What people don't get about where we are in Broward County is that from sawgrass to seagrass, from the Everglades to the Atlantic Ocean, there are a myriad of things to do and a myriad of people to meet. And I think that's what makes us so special. There are very few places where you can experience what we've got here, as well as go see Florida as it used to be before it was developed. So we have resorts, we have hotels, we have conventions. Broward County is going through a major expansion at the convention center. We're spending $1.5 billion to build an 801-room Omni Hotel attached to the convention center so we can bring in larger groups, larger conventions, larger conferences, which ultimately result in jobs. Because our #1 economy is tourism. And we saw during the pandemic what happens when visitors don't come. People lose their jobs. So we like to say, well, while our mission at Visit Lauderdale is to bring visitors here, our calling is to keep people employed. They can have the dignity and respect that work provides, because 10% of our population works either indirectly or directly in tourism. The official shoe here in Broward County is the flip-flop. You can wear them everywhere. Unlike some other destinations in South Florida, we prefer the flip-flop on the beach to stilettos, and just let your hair down and be you.
And in terms of being you, something else that's fantastic is just the many faces you see, the cultures. I just love being able to go around and meet people, and you talk, and you just meet people from all walks of life, right?
You do, because again, everyone under the sun lives here. You can walk down the street and hear bunches of different languages from people from all over the world. Everyone under the sun visits here as well. And Greater Fort Lauderdale is the LGBTQ capital of the state of Florida. We are always in the top 10 worldwide in LGBTQ plus destinations. We are a welcoming place. We are an inclusive place. We are accessible. We literally welcome everyone under the sun. And when we say it, we mean it. It is who we are. It is in our DNA because we live it every single day in a majority minority county made up of a considerable number of people who came here from other places to try to capture that American dream. Whether it is the beaches, docking and dining, our beautiful Broward County parks, the Everglades, there is something here for everyone under the sun.
Thank you so much. I had a great time.
My pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Time to check out some of the places to go and sights to see. Water sports are a must, from parasailing to fishing. Take the water taxi or the Jungle Queen to tour around the mansion-lined waterways of Fort Lauderdale. Charter an authentic gondola to experience the Venice of America. Feeling more adventurous? Consider kayaking, canoeing, or paddling in one of the county's parks or waterways. Jump on an airboat and discover the Florida Everglades. You might even spot an alligator. Whether you're a seasoned sailor or simply looking for family fun under the sun, the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show is sure to leave you with memories to cherish for years to come. The kids might like to flock to Flamingo Gardens or enjoy the day at Museum of Discovery and Science. Need to make the most of a rainy day? From museums and galleries to shopping, resorts, spas, and sports, Greater Fort Lauderdale offers tons of options. Coming up, a visit to the heart of Wilton Manors and the Richardson Historic Park and Nature Preserve.
You know, diversity, inclusion, accessibility, it's all part of the landscape. And I'm here with Mr. Richard Gray. Thank you so much, Richard,
Nice
for
to
being
meet you,
here with us.
Montel.
Tell us a little bit about Wilton Manors.
Well, believe it or not, and this is not Ripley, but believe it or not, Wilton Manors is the gayest city in the United States of America. Yes. Yeah, we have hundreds. There are hundreds and hundreds of LGBT plus owned and operated businesses here. The community is thriving, absolutely thriving.
I bet people around the country really don't know that. Some people around the world may not know that. Tell us a little bit about some of the attributes that really set this community apart.
I think what sets this community apart is what sets this whole destination apart, is that we welcome everybody. It doesn't matter the color of your skin, it doesn't matter the religion, it doesn't matter who you love, it doesn't matter how you identify. We welcome everybody. It doesn't matter if you have accessible needs.
Inclusion is the backbone of this community.
Of course, without doubt, it should be. We strive for, you know, I would say one of the most inclusive destinations, not only in Florida, it is in Florida by far, but in the United States and also the world.
Let's go back and mention what you said. It kind of went by real fast, but accessibility. You make sure that everyone feels included, even those people who have accessibility issues.
Of course, there are people that have both visible and invisible disabilities, and those people travel. And when they travel to destinations, they want to feel accepted and they want to feel welcome. We are, if you look at our current marketing campaign, a destination that welcomes everyone under the sun. So you could be Latino, you could be an African American, you could be LGBT. Addressing those needs is very important for this destination.
It's not only freedom of social being, it's freedom of food. You have expression here. There's so many different nationalities represented here, right?
We have, believe this or not, but we have people living here from 170 countries.
Wow.
That speak 147 languages in our public school system. And that is what inclusion is about. That is why we thrive as a destination more than any other destination in the state of Florida.
That's why this needs to be a tack in your map when you're traveling. Richard, thank you so much, sir, for being a part of the show today.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Montel.
Thank you. Aside from all the fun places to eat, drink, and dance, there are places like the Stonewall National Museum and Archives and the World AIDS Museum that pay homage to the significant cultural LGBTQ plus history and community of Greater Fort Lauderdale. Well, it's time to learn more about the multicultural aspects of this community. We're here at Island Space, the only Caribbean heritage museum in the entire United States, here in Plantation, Florida. I'm here with Nikki Mohan. Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show.
I'm so excited to welcome you to our destination.
I'm so excited to get a chance to talk to you. Can you tell me a little bit about this space?
This is such a unique gem here. It's the only Caribbean heritage museum in the world.
In the world?
And that is so significant for us here in Broward County. This gives you a slice of our Caribbean and Latin Caribbean lifestyle here. 1 in 4 residents in Broward County is coming from the Caribbean, is born in the Caribbean, and being the daughter of Caribbean immigrants, I see myself here. And that's what we'd like you to see in our destination. Right now we have an art exhibit from an artist from the Bahamas because they're celebrating the 50 years of Bahamian independence this year. And why is that significant to our destination? Because Bahamians were some of the very first settlers in South Florida, from Miami all the way up to Palm Beach. They're part of the history, especially the Black history of South Florida.
You know, a lot of people may understand that, you know, African-American influences throughout the entire country kind of came through the Caribbean to begin with, right? But are there offerings for African-Americans here also?
Well, here in Broward County, we not only have the Caribbean, the Island Space Museum, but we also have the African American Research Library and Cultural Center in Fort Lauderdale, or the Blanche Ely Museum. So there's such deep roots here that are preserved in our museums, in our story, and so many cross sections, cultural cross sections. Like as a Caribbean American, it's wonderful to come here and be part of the culture. But I also know that here I benefited from all of the opportunities and the hard work created by the African Americans at the core of this community. So yes, you can see that at our African American Research Library or our Old Dillard Museum that'll tell you a deep, rich tale of our community.
Why is it so important to have this kind of diversity represented?
It is important because South Florida is the gateway to Caribbean Americans and Latin America, quite frankly, to the rest of the country. And they all make a stop here, they all have a relative here, and they all have a nice shop here. So we said, why not give people a little more? The history, why we dance the way we do, why we sing the way we do, why the music is the way and it just is, it tells the story, a beautiful, beautiful story.
And it's so great that you have an opportunity to come to a community and experience it all at the same time.
I think people want to know the stories. You know, what makes you stand out? I mean, we do have a beautiful beach, but we also do have such beautiful stories that you could just walk through history and learn the tapestry of our community and all the fabulous people and wonderful things that were done in this destination.
Thank you so much, Nikki, for being a part of the show today.
Thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Coming up, it's time to dock and dine. We're taking a gastronomic tour of Greater Fort Lauderdale. Welcome back, everyone. There is nothing that I enjoy more than eating waterside. And let me tell you, Greater Fort Lauderdale offers so many ways to dock and dine. This is going to be so much fun. And joining me today from Visit Lauderdale is Kamala Clark. How are you?
I'm wonderful, Olga. Thanks for coming. We're happy to have you.
This is like the best day of my life.
Oh, and welcome. You're going to enjoy it. You're in for a treat.
This is really nice to be able to do that, dock and dine. I mean,
yes.
where can you get this?
It's a unique thing for us here in Greater Fort Lauderdale. Docking and dining is one of those experiences that you can only get here. And I encourage everyone who comes to stop by the Pirate Republic and give it a try.
And there are so many restaurants that do so as well.
Well, we have well over 4,000 restaurants throughout the destination, and they're all so diverse. They're family friendly, they're dog friendly. Anything you want to do, we have it. And it's because of our unique culture and the diversity within our community that allows us to offer such a diverse culinary cuisine.
Somebody told me that Guy Fieri was here.
Yeah, I mean, if it's good enough for Guy.
It's good enough for me. This is fantastic. And in terms of not just the restaurants, just so much more to do as well, right?
There is. I mean, this place is amazing. I relocated here about 2 years ago, and I'm like everyone else, have eaten my way through the destination. It has been incredible, and I love being here. And I encourage anyone, if you're missing out, you got to get down here soon.
And I heard someone tell me that you often come in a boat. Is that your boat right there? Could that be yours right there behind us?
Could be.
I don't know. Is it pulling up for you?
Maybe.
But I've heard you've brought it here and you've docked and you've enjoyed
we dock
the
and
food.
dine here. We come and we have a lovely meal with the family. It's just a great experience. And the weather, you can't beat it.
Can't beat it.
Right.
Now here at Pirate Republic, the chef is apparently cooking really hard back there for me, and I heard the spread's going to be amazing.
You are in store for a treat.
I am so excited. For
Yes.
anyone that says, I don't know, maybe I'll go somewhere else, I think they better change their
They
mind.
better get here quickly. They don't want to miss it. It's amazing, and I encourage them to visit soon.
Well, let's toast to you and you being here as of how long? 2 years ago?
2 years.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad you
Glad to
stayed.
be here.
And joining me now is the co-owner of Pirate Republic and chef, the very important person here, Claudia Guerrios. Thank you so much for having us here.
Thank you for having me.
I will take that boat, come here, dock and dine. Isn't
That's
that
right.
amazing? Is that what people do?
Yes, they do. A lot. Yes.
Can somebody come on a boat and just kind of take it to go?
Yes, that too. But do that a lot, actually.
I love it. You just
Yeah.
run and go, here you go, and they
Yes.
take off.
Yeah, they do.
What a great way. You have an amazing spread for us. Let's start over there. Tell me what that is.
Well, this is a Brazilian stew. It's called moqueca. It's made of sweet onions and peppers, and it goes all sorts of seafood, and there's coconut milk and dende oil in it.
Oh my gosh, that sounds spectacular. This has got to be a top seller.
It is. This is our bestseller, for sure. Yes.
Tell me about it.
This is a red snapper, which is very fresh fish. It's from the Caribbean, and it's scored and deep fried, and it's usually served with escovitch that is.
Oh my God, and that's this over here? We top that on top of that?
Correct.
So talk about this.
This is escovitch. Is a Jamaican inspired topping. It's made with vinegar and onions and bell peppers and carrots, and there's a scotch bonnet right on top of it, so it's really spicy.
Are these like your creations that you just came up with?
There are things that are Caribbean inspired. There are things that are inspired by our background. We are both Brazilian, and we both have different upbringing. So there's it's a bunch of. If I had to design it, it would be comfort seafood. That would be the theme.
So from where you lived and where you came from, you kind of learned and picked around and then just voila, created.
Yeah, kind of. Yep.
Okay. Let's get to this gorgeous lobster.
It's a spiny lobster as opposed to the cold water lobster. This is warm water lobster.
Is there a difference?
There's a little bit of difference in taste and texture, actually. It's a little bit firmer and is not as sweet as people say it, but I like it.
There you
I
go.
prefer that.
And then accompany with yuca fries.
Yuca fries is one of our side dishes, very popular as well. The shrimp, extremely delicious. It's from Mexico. It's hard to source, but it's so
So
good.
worth it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
These are from Mexico?
Yes, those are.
Can I do
blue
this?
chips. Yes,
Is
you
this
can.
like
It's-
improper?
No, that's absolutely the way to do it.
Okay.
The legs are really good. You should try them.
The legs? No. I'm just gonna try a little piece. Let me see.
Yes,
so
yes, they're really, really good.
Fantastico.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun. If that didn't whet your appetite, there are over 4,000 other restaurant choices, from finger-licking good barbecue ribs to everyone's favorite Tuesday meal, tacos. There are world-class steakhouses, swanky Japanese eateries, cruise along the New River, or the Intracoastal for fresh seafood. Nestled between galleries and boutiques on Las Olas are some of the city's most sought-after spots: lobster bars, craft beer-centric gastropubs, and Asian fusion eateries. In neighboring areas like Dania Beach and Hollywood, you'll find landmark establishments that attract a mix of locals and visitors. After all, there's nothing better on a hot day than a visit to an old-fashioned ice cream shop. Many of the pedestrian-friendly boardwalks and areas offer European-style cafes and coffee shops, wine, and craft beer bars. When the sun sets, DJ-helmed rooftop bars and places like the Seminole Hard Rock Casino heat up. Tastes and treats for everyone under the sun. All right, so I'm really full. I can honestly say I'm very happy, and I've got my food to go. I really hope we've inspired you to check out some of the local hotspots too. All right, Captain, permission to board?
Permission granted.
Thank you very much. We're gonna go for a stroll.
Yes, we are.
Can't wait. We'll be right back.
time just flew by.
I had a great time. It was great.
I know, I really enjoyed walking around in the museum.
Yeah, and I got to take you to Pirate Republic. That was the best lunch ever.
Wow, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. And if you want to do it too, you want to come to Greater Fort Lauderdale, check out everything here, just go to their website. So easy. Visit lauderdale.com. You can also check out their socials as well.
And of course, you can always go to our website, thebouncingact.com. We'll see you next time.
Okay, wait, a selfie. Wait before
Okay,
we
there you
leave.
go.